Okay, we have left now behind the law and history of Judaism, the first part of the Old Testament, the first part of the Hebrew Bible, and we're now moving into the writings section. And the first writing, or the first section of this part, is the book of Job. Job is spelled like Job, but it is the book of Job. There's a history of several Jobs in the ancient world, but this is one that is the best known. And this Job believed in God and followed God, even though he wasn't a Jew. He was an Arab. He was an Uzite, which was a guy mentioned all the way back in Genesis. And so Job probably is way back in Genesis, the same time as Genesis, maybe chapter 30 or 35, back in the time of Jacob and Joseph. And so Job is a good man. He offers sacrifice for his children every 7 days in hopes that his 7 sons and 3 daughters will not sin against God. And the book of Job then tells us, it shifts from the earthly scene about how good a man Job is to the heavenly scene where God is on his throne and all the sons of God come in, and one of them is a guy by the name of Satan, the devil. And Satan comes in before God, and God kind of rubs his nose in Job and said, "Have you set your heart on Job? Have you seen Job? Do you realize that Job is a good man?" And Satan said, "Of course he's a good man. You built a hedge around him. You made him rich. Look what you've done for him." And God says, "All right, I'll make a wager with you. You can take away his property, and I bet he'll still serve me." And Satan said, "We'll see." And he leaves. And the first 2 chapters of Job tell this heavenly story between God and Satan. And this wager takes place, and Satan attacks Job and takes away everything he owns and even kills his sons and daughters. The only person left is his wife. And in chapter 2, it happens again. This time he takes away Job's health. He strikes Job with boils, a form of a disease called elephantiasis. Maybe you've read about the elephant man. But his skin swelled up and he was filled with pus. He was sitting in a dung pile outside the city, scraping his sores with pieces of broken pottery to get the pus out of his sores. And he could see maggots on his back eating his flesh. Job, terrible situation Job was in.